Your ego is holding you back from making real progress, and it's not in the way that you think. Let me explain. If you're somebody who's in bad shape or your physique looks worse than mine, then I feel like this video can genuinely help you because I've been there. I've been in the stage where my own ego genuinely held me back and it didn't allow me to fully grow. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to get over that and how to actually start seeing progress in your goals. Now, the first thing that we need to define is what is ego, okay? Ego is not pride. Pride and ego are two very different things. Me being here shirtless, showing my physique while explaining a video and trying to explain this to you is not me being egotistical. It's me being prideful in the accomplishments that I've done. And I will never tell anybody not to take pride in what they've done. If you're somebody who thinks that people shouldn't be prideful or shouldn't take pride in what they've done, then you genuinely have something wrong with your brain, okay? If I sit there and I did 1,000 workouts every single day and I worked my ass off multiple times a day and I slept properly and I ate properly, why would I not want people to acknowledge that? Ego, on the other hand, is what your brain does, and it's a form of your consciousness that tells you, hey, I'm better than this. You get your feelings hurt because of your ego. You're unable to make progress because of your ego. And this is just because your ego is essentially a self-reflected belief, right? Your ego is what you believe about yourself. It's not based off of reality. So if you're somebody who believes that you're super attractive and somebody tells you that you're ugly, your ego is going to get hurt. Or if you get rejected by a girl, your ego is going to get hurt because in your mind, you were like, okay, I'm super attractive. So why the fuck did she reject me? Now your ego is hurt, okay? However, if you were somebody who, just existed and didn't put constructs on their looks or their appearance or how they act or anything like that, if a girl rejected you, you would simply be like, okay, we just weren't a match. Like, I don't need to get hurt by that. Like, she didn't like me, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own preferences. Maybe I just didn't fit her preference. No need to get hurt about it. But if you have an ego, you're genuinely gonna get hurt. Now, the way ego hurts you specifically is it tells you that you're too good to do small things in order to see progress, okay? If I told you right now, go clean your room's a mess. If you clean your room right now, it'll make you one step closer to having your dream body. You would look at me and you'd be like, what the fuck? I came to get buff. I didn't ask you for cleaning my room advice. No. Your ego is telling you that. Me telling you, hey, go clean your room, you will see progress if you clean your room, is good advice. But your ego thinks that you are so above this simple task that it's just like, no, wait, that doesn't work. Like, if I'm in better shape than you and I'm telling you how to work out, or I'm telling you that you need to follow this, and your brain is telling you that no, that's not the right way, that is your ego speaking for you. Your ego thinks it knows better than you. However, I am literally in better shape than you. In our reality, I am in better shape than you. So how do you know better than me? Right? If you're somebody who never got into the gym, or if you're somebody who wants to get into the gym, the biggest reason why you haven't gone into the gym, and I'm gonna, hopefully I guess you're right, because I'm assuming you're like the younger version of me, is that it just seemed a little bit too intimidating. It seemed like a little bit too much. It's too much work. It's too much commitment, yada, 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 right? And that's because here's us going to the gym, okay? This is like, for example, a level 100 task, okay? Your brain has convinced you that if you don't do the level 100 task, you're a failure. Or it's convinced you that nothing is worth doing if it's not that level 100 task because it's a waste of time. That's where you're stupid, okay? Because guess what? That level 1 task, that is as simple as, hey, just do some push-ups. Like, hey, I want to get into shape. Okay, you've never been into the gym before? Sweet. Just go ahead and give us 10 push-ups. Your brain will tell you 10 push-ups, like, that's not going to help me build a good chest. That's not going to get me into shape. 10 push-ups isn't literally going to do nothing for me. Buddy, that's progress for you. You didn't do 10 push-ups yesterday. If you do 10 push-ups today, you've made progress in your fitness journey. But your ego won't let you see that because your ego is telling you, no, this is below me. I don't need to do that. That's like such a simple task. You want me to get on the floor and do 1 push-up? Are you insane? That's such a waste of time. I'd rather do whatever the fuck else. And then one day I'll go to the gym. What happens to those people is they never end up going to the gym because their brain is telling them, oh, if you don't do this, fuck it. No, if you genuinely want to see progress in the best way possible, drop your ego, okay? allow yourself to be humble and say, okay, the smallest things will help me grow. I don't need to go to the gym in order to see progress. I don't need to go to the gym in order to start building my 10 out of 10 body. I don't need to watch thousands of educational content videos about fitness to see how I can build the dream body. If I, for the last week, have done nothing physical, me getting on the floor right now and doing one push-up is more progress. A lot of you guys won't listen to that though. You guys aren't hearing me. Here's what happens, okay? Just in case your ego is still blaring at you, telling you that I'm stupid. Here's what happens. You went and you did that one push-up, right? But let's be honest. If you go on the floor and you do one push-up and you can hypothetically do more, are you really gonna just do one push-up? No. You're gonna do a little bit more, right? And this is called the snowball effect, okay? Waleed's snowball effect is what I like to call it. And what this means is, you're right here, okay? You have to get to right here. Your ego tells you that, okay, in order for me to get right here, I need to find a helicopter or some type of rope that'll pick it up and then drop it right here. What I'm telling you, my advice is, no, just start pushing it. Even if you're too weak to make it fall down, just start pushing it, right? Like, okay, I'm pushing. Okay, I made no progress today. Tomorrow you push. Eventually, from all the pushing on that rock, you're going to become strong enough to be able to push it over, right? And then once you push it over, guess what happens? It goes faster and faster because that is the snowball effect, and it keeps getting bigger. Your results keep getting bigger, and eventually you're down here. All you have to do is start with the simple task, the very simple task of pushing. That's all you have to do. So many people like fuck up their whole lives because their ego literally tells them like, I don't want to do this. That's what fucks with my mind. It's like, brother, all you had to do, for example, during quarantine was do some push-ups in your room and by now you'd be in good shape. But no, doing push-ups is useless. I need to get it to a gym. You know how many people genuinely had like 10 out of 10 physiques and lost it because they couldn't go to the gym and they just used that as an excuse to not train anymore? So many people. What I'm telling you is, drop the ego. The small things will help you so much, okay? For example, another example is meditation. Oh, I don't want to meditate. Meditation doesn't work for me. What would you tell the fat man who told you that he went to the gym once and he didn't get in shape? You'd look at him like he was fucking stupid. You'd be like, yeah, brother, you have to go more than once, man. Like, you can't just go to the gym once and then, dip. You're not going to see any results like that. You have to do it consistently. So what makes you think you're better than that fat man who says that he hasn't lost any weight sticking to his diet for one day? You're not. Meditation is something you have to do consistently. The gym is something you have to do consistently. In order to build these consistent habits, we have to start small. If you start big, you're going to quit. If I'm trying to teach a kid how to read a book, I'm not going to give him the biggest book ever. I'm going to give him a small little book, and the better his reading skills gets, the more books you're going to give him. Everybody wants to start right here. That's the reason why you haven't made any shape. You know what you have to do to get into shape realistically. Realistically, you know that, okay, in order for me to get into shape, I need to go to the gym. But you're not doing it. You're not doing it because it's too hard. You can't. Like, time constraints, motivation constraints, like giving up constraints. Brother, just do a push-up in your room. Jesus. So, bro, I've been posting content for so long now, 3 years, I'd say. And ever since I started posting content, I'd always get people who would ask me for advice, right? Me being the guy that I am, I always give them advice. Like, I take time out of my day to make them programs, right? I would take time out of my day to make these people workout programs. And I would put in such detail. I'd ask them questions about like, hey, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this, this and that? I would make them genuinely detailed programs. Every so often, I'd go back and check on them. They made no progress. This one guy, he was my friend when I first started posting on Instagram, right? I made him a whole program. I made him a program specialized for his body specifically for free, right? This thing took me weeks to make because I was still new at figuring out how to make programs. I text him 6 months later. He tells me he quit the gym a week after that because he couldn't afford it. I was like, okay, were you doing like any calisthenics? Do you need help with calisthenics? Like, you're a friend of mine, so I will make you a free program if you need. He was like, nah, bro, I just quit. It's not for me. Like, I tried going, I didn't see any results. Probably not for me. It wasn't for you because you didn't see any results within the first week. I just left him on red after that. Genuinely, I can't stand people like that. Like, it's actually obnoxious that some people can genuinely live like that. Now we've gone a little bit derailed, but I'm gonna give you something that you can take away from this video, okay? Other than the fact that you need to drop your ego, now essentially what I've done is I've set you up for this big thing that I want to tell you guys. And the thing that I want to tell you guys is, how do we use this to our advantage, right? So we all have these things called XP bars. That's how I like to see us as humans. I like to play life like it's a video game. So we all have our own XP bars. The way that I see it is, okay, in order for me to get to level 100, I have to do things that'll consistently level me up until I get to level 100. I'm not gonna go slay the dragon, which is like get your dream body, within one day. I need to work for it. So, level 1, we just fight the chickens, right? We do this small task that seems like it's a waste of our time, but in reality it's not, because it gives us XP. For example, if you want to get towards your dream body, doing 10 push-ups a day is XP. Doing 10 sit-ups a day plus 10 push-ups, XP. Just working out in general, just XP, small little workouts. Like, bro, I'm literally telling you, do 1 push-up. Just get yourself into the habit of training, okay? You don't need to go to the gym right away. You can take your time with this. You are new. We just want you to start making progress, okay? Trust me, when you get to the point where you can do 20 push-ups in a row, you'll want to go build that dream body. You'll want to progress more, okay? But for now, if we can't do 10 push-ups in a row, let's do 1 push-up in a row, okay? Progress. You do home workouts. Eventually, you just sign up for a gym. Like, now you want to go work out. It's not a matter of like, oh, I don't know how to work out. No, now you want to go work out, right? You get a gym membership, and then from there, smooth sailing. All right, you learn about how to build a proper workout routine for yourself, right? For example, you go get my course, which it has like a bunch of workouts detailed for you. It has like the bulking plan, the cutting plan. Basically, it teaches you how to build your dream body, right? Twice as fast as I was able to. You get something like that, or you just spend your time researching about what works best for you. I wouldn't recommend that. It takes a little bit of time, but you're probably gonna be motivated enough to want to do that. I did that. I spent years researching. You're gonna find a workout plan. However, you don't need to go to the gym with a perfect workout program. See, this is what I'm talking about, the ego. A lot of people will tell themselves, well, I don't have the perfect workout program, so I'm not gonna go to the gym. No, just chill out, okay? You can go to the gym and do like 1 exercise. We just wanna see progress. The whole point is to make progress. Your ego stops you from making progress, which is why you've been stuck in the same spot your whole life. Ego will kill you. Do not be egotistical, okay? One last thing before I go. Okay, I just want to really hammer this in, because once I realized this, I was able to make progress in every single aspect of my life. And it's just that you're not going to be perfect from the beginning, and don't expect to be. A lot of people give up on something because they expect to be perfect at it. You're not going to be perfect ever when you first do something. Unless you're some type of once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, which I doubt you are, being realistic here. Give yourself time, okay? For example, if you want to go on a diet, stick to the low-calorie diet, okay? But don't set your calories to lose like 2 pounds of fat per week right off the bat. No, just start making healthier food choices so that you can start from there and start progressing. Okay, you make healthier food choices, eventually you can get into a calorie deficit and be able to do it consistently. If you decide you're gonna go into a calorie deficit from day 1, you're more likely to quit. But if you've built up those small habits and put yourself in track and put yourself in the mind frame that you can improve slowly and over time, trust me, you will see results.